What's up, everyone? Thanks again for tuning in tonight. Welcome to Tales from the Pits. This is a podcast where we're going to talk about different stories within the casino industry. Tonight, we're going to feature Michelle, and here are your hosts, Jay, John, Mike, and Danielle.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Tales from the Casino Pit podcast. My name is Jay. You can catch me on social media at Casino Dealer Jay. Right now, we are streaming over YouTube. Let me end with YouTube. I always start with the Facebook group. So, hello everybody on Facebook. Hello everybody on the Casino Industry Canada group, and of course, my beloved YouTube channel, Casino Dealer Jay. Thank you all for subscribing. You are good looking. Now, my wonderful co-host today is
Michelle. Hey everyone, happy to be here. Making the duo with Jade tonight. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody else bailed, so whatever. Forget about it. Yeah, it's summer, hey? Everyone's all too cool and stuff, and just enjoying the weather. Did you go to any of the events recently? When I say events, I mean it's Taste of Edmonton, K-Days. Did you end up?
I'm not a big summer event goer, if I'm being honest. I'm pretty lame for a lot of reasons. I hate the heat. Like, it's way too hot. 30 degrees, no. And I don't know if it's as bad during the day, but like mosquitoes are so bad lately, and they love me more than anybody else. So I'm a bit of a baby when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I wanted to do a few things this summer, so I actually ended up going out with the hospital group. So Mike knows these people well. We ended up having a pool party, and I realized that my legs were the whitest ones there, like unbelievably white.
Considering your heritage.
Yeah, exactly. I was the whitest person and the non-white person, but the whitest person of all, which was funny because the rest of my body isn't really that bad, right? But yeah. You see my legs.
Usually I get that award, Jay, so well done. Mike's pretty white.
Yeah, no, compared to me, apparently. Yeah. My legs were by far as clear.
Impressive.
Yeah, as clear as light.
Impressed.
Yeah. We ended up going to K-Days as well, so I took the family out, and I never realized how expensive everything has become over since the last 2 years. I went to play a game, and it was $10. $10 for a game. Are you like crazy?
I think I saw that in a Facebook post or something somewhere, and I was like, it's been a while since my son's 23, right? So I've done all this stuff, but I don't have to do this stuff anymore. So it's been a while. I saw that. I was like, $10? Are you nuts?
Yeah, let's not even talk. Well, we'll save this for next week because there's so much I wanted to bring up. There was some good stuff and some bad stuff with the whole thing. So really, it was just it was just nice to actually just get out after how many years of not having K-Days, right? So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so we do have a guest today, which is really cool. This is one of my most favorite people in the world. And I had the opportunity to work with this person in the casino industry quite a few years ago. And she's a very interesting person. So without further ado, let's bring in our guest for this episode, Joleigh.
Hi. Thanks for having me. What a nice introduction. Aww.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I do the spirit fingers sometimes just to kind of liven it up for our guests.
Yeah, that's nice.
Joleigh, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for spending your evening with us this 1 hour here for the podcast. And currently we're we're not streaming, but yeah, we're streaming right now. But once the episode is complete, for those of you listening on the podcast, you can find us on Spotify and on iTunes. So before we move on, we got a quick hello from Selena. I do
Hi.
Hi, Joleigh.
Another one of our favorite people. We love Selena.
Yeah.
Miss you, Selena. Yeah, nice to see you. So, Joleigh, if you could introduce yourself, let us know everything about yourself. We are a casino channel, so kind of let everybody know about your casino experience, how you broke in, which casinos you worked at.
Okay. So the first casino I worked at was the Palace in West Edmonton Mall. think it's called something else now, though, Starlight or something.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah, I was waitressing there, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Oh, but that was back when smoking was a thing indoors, and I was not a smoker, and it was brutal. And you'd have to shower every morning when you get home at 3 a.m. or whatever, and otherwise your pillow would stink. But it was fun, and I still have friends from when I worked there. And I was trying to remember, I was about 23-ish, 24 for a couple of years when I worked there. So a while ago, 15 plus years ago. And then when the River Cree opened up, I actually got approached to kind of help find other servers and bartenders so that we could, open up. And so I started working at the River Cree before they even opened, really, the doors. And actually, it was your brother, X, said, hey, come on over. You should, it's going to be a big deal. Come check this place out. They need servers. Like, I like you. I know you're good. So come. And so I met Mark and Levers and the other guys. Anyways, and then so I kind of try to, like, we'd go to Grant McEwen, I remember, and trying to like, what's that called? Like wrangle young people, recruit people. Yeah. Anyways, and I worked there for a year and it was amazing. Like, I mean, the money was great, but the heels and the little outfits were not amazing, but that's where the money was. So it was good while it lasted. And then I left to travel and I came back and there was no more job for me. So at some point I found myself back at the Palace, good old Palace. They took me in and it was really nice to work there again and see Rodney, the bartender, and a couple of old faces there. And that's my casino history. I don't gamble. Just take the money. Keep it. Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool. I mean, everyone has a lot of reasons why they kind of joined in. Like for me, I mean, my family was tied to it. You know, you mentioned my brother, like he started before me, and that kind of got me like interested in it. What was it that really got you to like kind of break in and say, well, hey, this is a job for me. Maybe something I want to try.
Come to think of it, I totally forgot this. At the time, my boyfriend was a big poker player. He just gotten into it, like he got into online poker playing, and then he would go to the casino, and he was always there. I'm like, well, I might as well get a job there to spend some time with you. So I think that's where it started. Yeah, because it was so long ago. I was actually working at Greg's Distributors, and I was working like, Monday to Friday there in the warehouse, packing and orders and shipping out pallets of stuff, parts and stuff. And then I was like, I'm bored, because he actually played hockey for Augustana too in Camrose. So I didn't have a lot going on. So I'm like, might as well make some more money. So I got a night job, and I think that's where, and then he kind of introduced me to the whole poker world, or like, casino world. And I never would have thought about that. Actually, my aunt used to be a dealer at Yellowhead. I think she was a blackjack dealer for a little while. Her second job, her night job, she did that for a bit.
Oh,
but yeah, I think that's kind of what got me in, is that boyfriend, and he's long gone. We're still Facebook friends, though. Still wish each other happy birthday, so it's all good. Yeah.
That's so funny. Michelle, did you have any questions that you wanted to run by here?
Oh, I'm interested to know kind of what you've been doing since the casino.
Oh, yeah, good question. I've kept myself busy. I did a lot. So in 2009, I got this idea that I wanted to go become a stunt woman. So, well, before that, I just started, actually, it's because of the casino too. So when I was working there, I don't know if you guys remember a guy named Franco. He was very outgoing. He was a local actor, Edmonton actor. So I don't know how much work Edmonton actors get, but he was like one of my regulars, and he was a really nice, outgoing guy. And he's always like, oh, I got to work with Jessica Alba, and I'm, doing all this fun stuff, and you should go and take an acting class, and then you'll get some extra work and it'll pay for your acting class. It's so much fun. Just do it. And all I was doing was waitressing, really, because then I got fired sort of from Greg's Distributors. Long story. I didn't do anything wrong. It had to do with my dad. But anyways, so I thought, well, I really enjoyed drama in high school, so I'll just go and do do this acting class. And so I did, and, you know, a couple $100, and then I got a couple of background gigs, like extra work. And then I started doing stand-in work, which is where you basically just do motions of whatever the actors are going to do, so that the cameramen and people can set up around you, and the lighting can set up around you. And then just like a tag team, when they're all set up, you go out and the actors come in. And so they look for people who are the same height and skin color and hair color and stuff like that. Anyway, so I started doing that. So I was learning a lot about the process. It was very interesting. And then one day I saw they had a stunt, and it was not a glamorous stunt. They brought in a guy from Vancouver to get shot at the top of a staircase and fall down the stairs, like just whip his body down the stairs. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, there must be some kind of brain damage. I boxed in high school, so I probably got hit a few times, and I don't think straight anymore. But I've always been very active, and I knew I just didn't know what to do with myself, and that seemed really cool, like right up my alley. I was a gymnast all my life from 4 until 17. I was a competitive gymnast, and then I boxed, and then I was like, what now? And so I talked to the stunt coordinator, and he said, well, if you want to give it an honest go, you pretty much have to move to Toronto or Vancouver, because not enough happens here, and if it does, it's like usually won't, you know, it doesn't always have a stunt in it. So and I thought for a bit, and I thought, okay. So a few months later, I moved to Vancouver. I packed up my little car and with my cat, and I rented a place off of Kijiji that I just looked at online, and I drove there. Thank goodness it existed by the time I got there. And then I just got, and that's when the hustling part started, because it's very, very, very tough to get into. And at that time that I moved out there, it was 2009. It was there was a writer's strike apparently, so it was super slow. And it was a smaller stunt community, so everyone knows everyone, and everyone has their favorites or their buddies that they'll hire, or their buddies' kids or whatever. So you really just, I just got a background agent and did a ton of background and stand-in, and I waitressed, of course, and took me 3 years, I think, to get into the union, to get a few stunt credits. And then after that, you know, it's still not easy. You really have to prove yourself, and you have to hustle, and like kind of really, in those days you could show up to set and just be like, oh, I'm here to help move mats or clean stuff or whatever, like help the stunt people. But now, of course, you can't do that with COVID. Everyone has to be approved and tested and everything. But so it was a long road, and it was fun, and I did some fun stuff, and I met some cool people, but I really missed home. I'm a Stony girl. I'm an Alberta girl. I will never, I don't think, move permanently away from here. I'm happy here. So I guess my journey. And then,
what a cool chapter though that is.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and I knew it's not that far away. It's a 12-hour drive. My family's very supportive. I have awesome parents, and I knew that if I ever, you know, it just didn't work out, then I'll just come home. And, you know, it's not like I had to give up anything big, like a major career, to, you know, try this out, or
the right time to do that stuff, right? When exactly. you're not the part of your life yet where you have all these things that tie you down, or commitments, or, you know, you're just, it's just you're the one taking the risk, and it really just affects you at the end of the day. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I'm really glad I did it. And even though and I never wanted to stay there forever. I never had plans. I just wanted to go have an adventure and see where it would take me until I got my next idea of what I wanted to do. And also, I mean, it's not healthy on the body, and it's not really a healthy industry on the mind either, you know, your self-esteem and everything. But it is very, very cool and interesting. I learned a ton. I did a ton of stand-in work, and you basically stand still and watch everyone work around you. And the bigger the budget, the longer they have to set up. So you could be standing there killing your back for an hour, but it's really neat because there are so many people who have their own specific job, and they're amazing at that job, and they all work together, and for 12 plus hour days, 5 days a week, their family for like 4 to 8 months, or however long it takes for that shoot. it's neat. You make a lot of good friendships and learn a ton. So I don't regret a thing going out there.
How long were you out there for?
Just about 6 years, 2009, early 2009 to late 2014. And what was I going to say? Yeah. I was 32 when I came back, and I thought I was just ready for a change and ready for the next step in my life. I really wanted to be a mom and have a family and have a grown-up job that I can depend on, because film, it's, if you're busy and you're hot, like you're working all the time, but you have no social life, and it's kind of depressing, and you're too busy to have a relationship or anything, you friendships, and it's so, and then if you're not very busy, you're like, where how am I going to pay my bills, kind of thing, so I was just ready I had a good little stint and adventure, and I tried it out, and I could say I did it, and then I moved home, and then because I started road construction shortly after that, so I was the winters I was pretty free, and so I'd send a few texts out and say, hey, if you need anyone, I'll fly myself out there, because they're not going to fly me out there, and so I'd go a little bit here and there, and then all of a sudden when I got pregnant, it just boomed. Film got so busy, and they didn't even have enough people. They were calling me, and I'm like, oh, well, you want me? And I'm not even trying to get work. It was pretty cool. So I thought, okay, if I can make it work, I'll go. Well, at the time I was pregnant, so I couldn't go. But I left when she was 6 months old, was the first time I went to the island. And I hadn't done it for a couple of years. And I just being on set again, it just brought back all the good feelings, and I missed it. And it made me realize how much I missed it, and how much I kind of want to keep it in my life if I can, a little bit here and there. But that's the tricky thing is, if you're only doing it part-time here and there, it can lead to risking, further injury, right? Because you're not right in there and on top of your game, always training and stuff.
Yeah.
So that can be a little tricky, but I still go every now and then when, if I can make it out there, if I get a call, but I do love it, but I'm starting to feel my age lately. My body's starting to turn on me, I think. I'm going to be 40 in a month, you guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
not,
look
yeah,
40,
yeah,
that's
no,
for sure.
no, not at all. Yeah,
I
been there,
feel
done that.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I saw you out there. You came to visit me once. Well, you didn't come to visit me. You came to work.
I did
You
both.
remember that?
I
Or
did
a
both.
couple
Yeah,
times,
absolutely.
maybe?
Yeah. All right. So I got so much to say here. Oh my God.
Sorry,
this
I
is
blabbed
amazing.
on a lot. Sorry.
No, this is your episode. This is
Okay.
you're supposed to do that. So
Okay.
couple things. Let's just grab a couple comments here. We have Selena saying, TY, who's Ty? I miss you guys too. I'm just kidding. Dad joke.
Nerd.
So funny. John is one of our cast members. Well, he's co-host. He's been here forever. He says, hey guys, I'll chat with you all next week. Nice to see you, John.
He's on vacation. What a jerk.
Yeah. So there's someone in BC right now just enjoying
Aw.
life, right?
Yeah.
I have a hi Joleigh. So
Aw.
this is from the Casino Industry Canada group. And let me just get the
Aw.
name. Because
Hello.
it's
Your brother. It's your brother.
oh, is it?
Is it?
Just
Hi,
hide
X.
that. Thanks, Mish.
Yeah.
Hide that. Anyways. Continue on. We're here with Joleigh Schultz. Amazing individual, very talented. She's done so much. Like she said, former gymnast, and she ended up working as a stunt double. She's been on TV. I saw you on TV, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
You actually saw my face?
An episode of Supernatural. I remember seeing that,
okay.
and I was like, "Oh wow, look at this! I know that person." So it was really cool to kind of see. And then, of course, you're in a movie. Like you had a nice clip in a movie as well. So that was really awesome to see. Well, I'll get the pictures here so that you can kind of show us some of the work that you were doing there. But just to go back to that story, I was on my own journey at the time too. I was just trying to find myself, and I ended up going to Vancouver for casino work. I was actually doing some training, and I did go a couple times. But yeah, I did see you one time when I went over there. I can't remember what year it was though, because I don't know if I was teaching Pago tiles or if I was just starting in that position. But it was so cool. I went to, if you remember, I think we went to Cactus Club, caught up. It was really nice to see somebody that I knew, just a nice familiar face. And it was just really cool to see you in your element there. I was just so excited for you, and I was so happy with like all the things that you were doing, the work that you were doing. And then we saw all the photos that were coming up on Facebook. I was like, wow, this is so cool. I know somebody famous. And I was just really, I don't know, it was really, really awesome to see. And then even after that, you ended up coming back to town a couple times, and you're like one of the first people that actually saw Lindsay. Like, you met my wife. You're one of the first people ever to kind of see her, because we ended up going on like a double date, and it was so cool. So you have, even before that, I mean, we just had this connection. We ended up going like on golf tournaments together, but before that, I was your food and beverage supervisor at one time. And that was because
I can barely remember this time.
I do. I just want to show. I just brought this out because I do have my food and beverage supervisor tag here.
What's
Oh my
the year on that?
gosh.
It's blurry. You have to put your hand behind it. Jer.
Well, no, it's here. No,
Put your hand behind it so it focuses on your hand. You have to do what they do in the social media.
I don't know how to do that. Oh God. Anyways, it's 2008. 2000. Well, no, that's my expiry, so it was like 2006, I guess. So what was happening there at the time? They ran out of supervisors because I think two of them quit, and then the manager was quitting. So
Us waitresses were hard to deal with.
yeah.
No.
They ended up coming up to me, and they're just like, "Hey, have you ever used the micro system?" I'm like, "Yeah, it can't be that hard." It's like, okay, well, you're the food and beverage supervisor. Congrats.
That's
I was
hilarious, eh?
I was like,
shove
"What?"
you in there.
That's
It's
how
like, I
Jay
don't-
got half of his jobs in the casino. They're like,
Pretty
well,
much.
Jay can, it's like Mikey, right? Mikey likes it.
Yeah.
So Jay can do it.
Yeah.
Throw him over there. I'm sure he can figure it out. And then I ended up being the manager, which was hilarious because I've never poured a drink then. But really, that was really cool because I ended up becoming a bartender after I became the manager. It was so ridiculous. And then I learned my drinks and stuff after the fact. It would have helped me a lot when I was actually working there at the Palace. So anyways, that was so much fun. I really was I don't know, it was just fun. It was fun to work with you, and it was fun to kind of see you. I don't want to say like grow up, because like to me you're still like Joleigh, right? You're still like the younger one because I'm much older. So but yeah, I mean, just that whole journey, and then you coming home, which was really cool. Oh, and you didn't even mention that like you're a really good photographer too, because there was some point in time where you were taking some really nice shots. You were doing like weddings and other things, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that too. All those hits to the head, you know, stuff falls out. Yeah, I'm still passionate about that, and I still have my camera, and I'll break it out for family events or whatever, and I do enjoy that every once in a while. Yeah, I did. It was more of just a hobby job, and
yeah. Well, before we continue and start talking about your new, it's pretty new. Actually, no, you've done it for a little while now. But before we start talking about that, let's talk. Let's just talk about a couple photos here, because you did show us a couple here. Let me just show you a couple overlays that you sent over. Can you kind of let us know about this photo here?
Yes, so that was I was playing I guess a female transitioning into a male, and that was on The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I think it's what it's exactly called. Basically, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's a current series, and she's playing basketball, and she just gets kind of body checked and falls to the floor. So that's what I was doing there. And it's funny because there was also a basketball double. So I was the stunt double, and then there was a photo double and a basketball double. So there was like 4 of us that all looked the same. Because a photo double is just kind of like if you have to take a quick shot of like the back of their head, like, I don't know, just quickly doing something, and then you don't need the actress or real actress to do it, so you just use someone who's like in the same wig or outfit, and then they use their hand to pour wine into a glass or whatever. It's, if you ever see a close-up on TV of like hands or like texting, it's almost never ever the actor. It's always some random kid going getting a paycheck to do that. But yeah,
That is so cool.
fun gigs.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know about that. Like how many doubles you could have. You could have more than one double. So you have like triples and quadruples of the same character.
Yeah, like because she needed to be able to play basketball really well, and the actress her didn't know, and I'm the stunt person, so I don't play the sport. I just do the falling. And then yeah, so they had me to hit the ground. They had the basketball player to do the basketball stuff, like from the side or the far shots, right, where you can't see her face really, and behind the head kind of shots. And then yeah, there's like the stand-in who's not gonna wear a wig or anything, but they're gonna dress in the same color and have the same hair color. And then there's sometimes a photo double too.
Oh yeah.
Depending what needs to happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Cool. That's awesome. We have how about this photo here? And let
Yeah.
us know.
Yeah. So those are the one on the with my straight blonde hair down on the far right. That's from a kids TV show called Gabby Duran and the Unsittables. So I doubled this. I started doubling her when she was 12, and then finished off when she was probably almost 15. And I was taller than her when I started doubling her. And then she grew. Her dad is 6'6", so she was bound to grow past me. And I told her that she's got to stop growing, otherwise she'll put me out of a job. And but yeah, she was a few inches taller than me when at the last season, and I probably shouldn't have been doubling her, but I just always worked on that show and liked the coordinator, and he liked me, so kept hiring me. And then those other fun shots in the purple pants, that's for a really cool series. I wish it kept going. I think there's only 2 seasons. It's called Project Blue Book, and it's based on true events of basically the alien cover-up, of Area 51 and stories like that. So that's why we're kind of in 50s or whatever style clothes those are. I got to drive a really old car, and I got in that scene. She got kidnapped and taken out to the forest, and I get hit in the head with a shovel and fall into a grave. So that's what I had to do for her, and then drive away. I guess she didn't get killed. I don't know. I'm confused. I watched it, but I can't remember what happens. All the hits to the head. I can't remember. But it was they had, so for that, it was this is how they did it. This is kind of neat because you don't know, like, so stunts can be filmed in so many different cool ways. And so this one, the guy who hits me over the head is behind me, and he had a rubber shovel. So, I mean, if he whacked me, it would really hurt still because he's like full force swinging. But I had to basically go off of watching his shadow on the ground and try to watch the shovel shadow quickly coming to my head. And I felt he actually kind of hit my hair a little bit every time. So I felt the wind in my hair, and then I would just react quickly and kind of did like a little spin and land on my back in this shallow grave. Oh, wow. So that was fun. Yeah.
Have you
watch it? It's a good show.
Okay. Well, yeah. Should have brought a clip. That would have been cool to see it.
I know. Yeah, I'm bad about that. I hardly ever see anything I work on just because I don't know how to find that stuff. I think you found a clip for me once I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
yeah, I did a screen cap. Do you want me to show it?
It was just what was it again? Oh, that was my stunt actor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a like solid minute here where you're kind of freaking out. Yeah, frantic and telling people to get away from you, and then you ended up jumping off of this boat.
Yeah.
Correct?
Like a whale watching boat in the ocean in February.
Wow. So
Yeah.
this is probably a little cold, I'm assuming.
You know what? I was really prepared for the worst and it wasn't too bad. But and I will let you in a little secret. I had a wetsuit on underneath my clothes. So that was nice. I mean, it's still cold, but yeah, so they wanted someone I had with a PADI for like a scuba diving license, and because there's a couple of scuba divers underneath this pontoon boat. It was a huge whale watching pontoon boat, and the director wanted to be a oneer, so he was going to follow me. I'm freaking out, yelling. I grab the main actress. I'm like freaking out, crying, and then they follow me. I just run because they won't turn the boat around. So I just get the heck off the boat. I just run across the boat and up and dive down. And they wanted to watch me run. And then they followed me with the camera down to see me go into the water and not come back up. So they wanted me to go dive into the water and then swim underneath one of the pontoons to come up underneath the boat where the air pocket is. So they had a couple of divers under there for safety to help, grab me and stuff. I can't really open my eyes or see anything, and I'm fully clothed with shoes on, so that's really tough too. So I'm all dry as well. So the first time I did it, I went over and I instantly go upside down to swim down, and you can see my legs coming out of the water. I'm kicking like so hard they're like, oh, can't use that one. And so I did it again, and they're like, okay, this time just stick really, really close to the side of the boat, to the pontoon. You don't have to go underneath it. And there was the diver was there to kind of yank me in real close, and we just like held my breath and didn't move until they yelled cut. So I did it a couple times, but it was so much fun. Like, we went out there at maybe 6 a.m. or something, and it was all day because we had all the scenes to shoot on that one. They just had that boat for the day, so it was a really long day, and we didn't get back until maybe 10 o'clock, and then we had to shuttle back to Circus. That's what they call where all the trailers are, and the makeup trailers and the AD trailers and stuff. And then I had to get all changed and dry off and stuff. And by the time I ended, it was probably like a 17-hour day. So it was a good paycheck that day. It was worth it because I fly myself out there every time I get work. Because as much money as productions have, they're pretty cheap about a lot of things, and they're if they can cut corners anywhere, they will.
Yeah. No, definitely, I can imagine that. All right. We also you have one more actual group here that I want to show. If you can kind of give us an explanation on these photos.
Oh, yeah, another action shot there. So this was really fun day. This little actress, she was young. I'm Cleopatra. This is it's called Monster High. There are these little Monster High dolls, and now they're making a movie out of it, or they did. And so I double this girl, and she just has to a big concrete gremlin thing is falling over her head, and that other actress in the purple wig runs over and grabs me and pulls me out of the way, and then the gargoyle or whatever gets smashed is where I was standing, but we both tumble to the ground. So this is an example of where being a stunt woman can be a little harder on the body than if you were a guy, because usually guys are dressed in pants and whatever, shirts, long sleeves. Sometimes you got to wear a little dress, and you just can't wear pads, so you pretty much just have to put up with it. But this wasn't too crazy of a stunt. We just fell to the ground a few times, and I was going to say, so she was so excited. She's like, can I get a picture with you? I've never had a stunt double. It was really cute. I was like, yeah, let's do it. She was just pumped to have a stunt double. And yeah, she was like taking so many pictures of the whole thing. So she sent me a lot of those pictures of us. It was really fun. And I was just going to say the set was amazing. Like, some of these sets are just unbelievable what the set creators can do, and the carpenters, and there's just like, it's unreal, and in such a short amount of time, it's like mind-blowing, talented people.
So you talked about sometimes not having any padding. Have you ever seriously injured yourself at some point during?
I've been really lucky that I haven't. I mean, I did hurt my neck a few times, and it's just kind of compounding injuries, I think, and partly probably from being so active as a child and gymnastics and stuff. But actually, that stunt with the shovel hitting my head, I landed kind of funny with my head to the side and my neck cracked, and I thought, oh no, this is going to hurt tomorrow. But it wasn't too bad. But then it developed over time, and I ended up having to go to physio and acupuncture and lots of massage and headaches and stuff. And then it slowly went away. And then 2 years later, I heard it again. I had to do a Home Alone, when the guy falls on his back and his feet go up there above his head. So I did that on a hard, kind of like a school hallway floor. And I didn't do it the way right the first couple times. So I had to do it like 3 or 4 times. And it was basically getting whiplash every time. And my body's, it's like you through it once and then you have to do it again. And then you're not healed yet and you have to do it again. It's like really, really hard on, straining. So that actually ended up leading into some, a little bit of I had to get some break into my WorkSafe BC, whatever coverage and get some treatments done and physio, but they fixed me up. I still have, bad days where my neck really hurts. And, but other than that, no, I've never broken anything. I don't think, no. And, it's been good. Knock on wood.
Good. No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, now you're just looking forward to old person pain, right? The
Yeah.
older that you get, and it's just normal. Having a hard time breathing, going upstairs.
You sneeze and you like throw your back out for a week.
Why am I
Dear.
tired? So that's really cool. I guess my only other question was there someone in that industry that you met that was like really inspiring or somebody really cool?
Yes, actually, someone comes to mind. I've met some neat, interesting people, a lot actually, very, very interesting people in that industry, But one great story that I didn't even think about is Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter himself. He is like the most down-to-earth, genuine, nicest people that I think I've ever met. Like I went to just work one day on the set. I was replacing the stand-in. I was his stand-in, and one of the assistant directors rushed him over to me, and he goes to Daniel, "I bet you don't know her name." And he says, "Oh no, I don't believe we've met." And I'm Daniel, and he puts his hand out to shake my hand. I said, "Oh, I'm Joleigh." And then the assistant director laughs. He goes, "Yeah, Daniel, he makes it a point to get to know everyone's name on set. He thinks he's pretty special or whatever, Like it was really neat because he was just he was like everybody's buddy, and he was not above anyone, and he just wanted everyone to be comfortable and happy and having a good time. And then actually on that same show, maybe a week later, I was extra, and it was a movie called I think it was called Horns, but because he had these horns on his head. I think it was a book, like a Stephen King or something kind of a book that they made into a movie. And it was a big like kind of party scene, and I was just, so there's a whole bunch of people, and it was between takes, and I was just standing there looking at his, he was just a few feet away, and I was looking at the horns, and he turns to me, he's like, "Aren't these so cool? Like, look at, like, they look real. Like, are you wondering how they put them in there? I know, it's like incredible, right?" And he's just like blown away by the process too. Like he was just like, it was his first day on set. He was just so funny and down to earth and relatable, and yeah, just like the sweetest. You hear some stories about people who you really love their music or whatever, and then it's like, oh yeah, I heard they were not a very nice person or whatever, but it was just so awesome to see how incredible he was, and it just seems so genuine, like he wasn't putting it on either. seems
Well,
like a really cool guy.
as a huge Harry Potter fan, that is an awesome story.
Yeah, right. And like, see, if I told you that I had a bad incident with him, it would ruin your perspective of all the movies, right? Like, it's just so nice to hear stuff like that.
That's cool.
So now, whenever I saw him on, The Late Show or whatever with Jimmy Fallon, and I'm just watching him tell us, I'm like, that's exactly how he is with me and nobody. That's how he acts with a real person. Like, he's just straight up cool, normal guy.
Oh,
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. All right. So we talked about your casino experience. We talked about your journey into all these different casinos. The Palace Casino, it's an amazing casino. That's the only thing that the three of us have in common here, just having that wonderful experience there in the mall. And then we just talked about, your time in BC. Not just Vancouver, right? You're kind of around BC?
Yeah,
really?
I only lived downtown Vancouver for the first 6 months I lived there. And then I moved out to more the suburbs, what was more my style, like Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, and Port Moody. I stuck in that little area.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you were there for quite a while, 6 years. That was a lot of that's a lot of time. That's a lot of gigs to pick up for sure. And you came home. Oh, sorry. I did want to mention you had one of the coolest like living places. The one like I don't know if it was like your dad's place, but like it when we went, she's like, "Yo, check this out. I have to go grab something." It's like, "Come on in for a second," and I go.
That was
like,
what I worked at
wow,
the
this
Creek.
is like, yeah, I think so because it's like this is a warehouse.
People don't live here, right? Like,
Yeah,
you live here?
but then you go in, right? And it's like, okay, like I don't know if there was a semi there that day, but it's just like, no, come up. And I go up the stairs, and then like you open the door, and I'm like, holy crap, look at this place! It looks like a penthouse.
Right?
So I was like so
Like
excited.
raw? Like, was it converted?
Yeah,
It was my dad he had a trucking business, and he built that shop. So he designed an apartment above it because that was in the west end of the city, and we lived at Jackfish Lake, so it was a bit of a drive, and he often would get back late or has to leave really, really early, so he'll just stay at the shop. So he intentionally built an apartment for himself, but then I took it over. that boyfriend who got me into the poker playing boyfriend, we lived together for a little while, and I was like, I just need out, I need a break. And then so I just was going to stay at the shop for a few days, and that turned into like 2 years or something. So I lived above my dad's trucking shop for 2 years. It was great, except for the a semi starting at 3 a.m. every once in a while. That was fun. But it was cool. Yeah.
I seriously, I didn't even think about that, but I was just like, when you showed me, I was like, oh my god, this place is so cool. I was like so jealous. I was so jealous.
Yeah, it's like every man's dream, really, is to live. Like, I don't know. It's just really neat to live in a shop, I guess. I don't know. It was great because I had free car washes all the time. That was great. I had a mechanic anytime I needed one. There was a freezer full of ice cream all the time because he hauled for Dairyland mostly, and Dairyland was just down the street, so there was always ice cream in the freezer.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
well, that's funny. I didn't even think about that until now. I was like, oh yeah, that's amazing.
I forgot that I ever brought you there.
Oh, it was just for a second because I think, I don't know if you forgot your wallet or something.
Yeah.
I think we were going to go to like Metro, play some pool or something. I can't remember. It was just, yeah.
All these memories coming out.
Well, we did.
Probably needed an umbrella.
Yeah. we did play on a golf tournament, and I won't show those pictures because I was looking at our.
See, I don't remember this.
I do.
I kind of do now that you say it, but
yeah, I have photos, but I'm not gonna. Well, for those of you on the podcast that are listening, unfortunately, you won't be able to see the photos. Here they are. Sorry, too bad.
You'll have to send these to me because
I think I will. I think
scared.
You actually did some video clips too, which is kind of funny. I didn't. Normally, we kind of throw these. I did not do this. I 100%. I didn't want to put you on the spot.
Oh my god!
I looked at our just past, because on Facebook when you're on Messenger you can see like all the past history.
Right, messages. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one little string where it's just like My God, Jay, I deleted this picture like 3 times. Can you not post it? I'm like, okay. So,
And I just remembered, I think when I did my fitness competition, you mixed my music or something, didn't you?
I
You
did
did my
mix your
music.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just remembered that. We have a
Uh,
history. We have a good history.
shameless plug. I just want to let everybody know I will be DJing at the Edmonton Sky Bar or whatever it's called. It's the Mez, I think. But yeah, I'm actually
For real?
DJing there on Friday.
Oh,
For
I
real,
thought
for
you were
real. Yeah,
doing a
I
bit.
know. You think I'm making a bit.
Jay, if you're trying to plug, you should know the name of the place that you're plugging.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember because I just signed the contract. I'm actually there for just the Fridays and the Saturdays, so really cool through August. Yeah, this isn't about me. I just wanted to say that I love that casino. That I kind of technically work for that casino, like I'm doing like training and stuff. So I love my casino. They're really nice. One of my favorite places in the world. Not because I have to say that, but because I kind of mean it. So, anyways, um, okay, before we start talking about Joleigh's awesome business, I just want to say one thing. I just want to post this up. Speaking of Pure Canadian Gaming, we do have a get together. I will put the link this time. I haven't sent it out to anybody, so nobody can really buy tickets because it's a private link. The only people that know are like Michelle and John and Mike.
That's
So if
gonna
they
be a
didn't,
party.
yeah, if they didn't give you the link, you can't get tickets. You're not invited. You are invited. I'm just lying. It's on Saturday, September 17th at the Pearl Showroom. We're gonna have a dinner. We're going to have entertainment. We may have Joleigh there. Even though I haven't told her yet. Um, Hopefully I'd like to get vendors and we'd like kind of show off all of the talents of people from the casino industry. Like that's the thing that ties all of us together and what we've been doing since then if you're not in the industry. And yeah, and then we're gonna have music and match plays and things like that, fun stuff. So tickets are gonna be $40 and yeah, limited seating. I don't know how many people we're going to bring in, but hopefully we can have a nice group there for that. It's fall, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to just see a lot of the old faces again. So, all right, there's my segue. I'm done talking. Joleigh, you are doing something really cool. You have created something. It's very unique, and it's called the local refillery.
Mhm.
I'll edit that. Could you let us know how did that idea come about?
Well, it was on one of my work trips to Vancouver. A friend brought me to a store there. She said, "Oh, I just need to go get some more soap for the bathroom." So she brought me into this store there. And it was a refillery, like a zero waste store. And I never heard of this before. I never even knew about it when I lived in Vancouver. And I just was like in love with this store. I spent 45 minutes looking around in there and I wasn't even done. And we had to go. But they had anything biodegradable, reusable, eco-friendly, zero packaged, minimally packaged, and then a whole bunch of bulk items that you could bring your own containers to refill into. So whether it was a cleaner for your house or shampoo, body soap, even they have like different kinds of oils like olive oil or whatever to cook with, essential oils, like soaps of all sorts. And I was just in awe and I thought this is the coolest thing ever. And I was never really huge on recycling. Like, I don't know, I grew up on a farm. We never recycled. We burned our garbage. Like it was just not a thing that I grew up with. So slowly, being over there in Vancouver, seeing how they, live, and it's just a little bit different than us. And I thought, this is crazy. I didn't even know this existed. Why haven't I been shopping like this at home in Alberta? So then when I went home, I Googled where can I shop like this? There's a refillery here somewhere, and there was nothing. Well, Earth's General Store on White Ave was the closest thing that we had, and it's great, but some food stuff too, and they have a little bit of a lot of things, but I wanted it to be like mostly refill. So I thought this is crazy. Like we need to have more of these around, especially the way, plastic bags are going, getting banned and straws and stuff like that. Like we all need a refillery and it just makes perfect sense. It's just I don't know why we didn't have them before. I just wasn't sure if Alberta was ready for this and if people would take that extra step to go to yet another store with their containers to get their dish soap, laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, lotion. I just made a hair mask today. You can bring your own container, put it in, so you don't have to go to the store and buy a new bottle of Windex or whatever. Like, and it's all earth friendly, so it's like chemical free, easy on the planet. Every tube of toothpaste ever made in history is still out there somewhere, floating around or buried somewhere. And it just kills my heart to think about that. And now there's like toothpaste tablets, which so many people have heard of, but so many people have not. And they come in here and like, what are these? How does this work? What? Toothpaste tablets? Like, yeah, they taste great. You pop one in your mouth, you chew it up, you wet your toothbrush and you brush your teeth. Bam, you're done. Like they're awesome for hiking, camping. They taste great. You can spit it out on the ground. It's not going to harm anything, like, I don't know. Hopefully normal toothpaste doesn't harm anything either, but they're fun for kids. Like they come in different flavors. There's a there's a company in Edmonton that makes them. They're called Change toothpaste tablets, and they taste so good and they foam up. They're just like one of them is enough. Yeah. Like my daughter, she started using them when she was 3 and she loves them. It was a treat to brush her teeth. So, and even if you swallow it, it's fine. There's no fluoride. But if you're someone who needs that, you can get fluoride rinses. But I even have mouthwash. You can bring your own container. You don't have to buy a new bottle of mouthwash. Anyways, it's just like the coolest. And people come in here and they're just like, wow, this is such a great idea. Good for you. I'm like, wow, I wish I could take credit, but some idea. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad, like I got tired of waiting for someone else to do it. And I had, during COVID, film shut down and I had no job. And my dad had a shop. He had a new shop here in Stoney, and with an apartment, a really kick-ass apartment above it. My parents lived there up until a month ago. They just sold it. You should have seen this apartment. It's gorgeous. Like so nice. There's a pool table room, like a big screen TV kind of slash, not theater room, but like their living room. It was really cool. Like there's something about my family liking to live in shops. But anyways, I started there. I just kind of hijacked a little spot in my dad's shop and I said, I'm gonna sell some soap and stuff here. And so I bought the staples like dish soap, laundry, hand soap, and shampoo and conditioner. And every time the store made money, I would buy more products and keep going. And then I was there for a year, and then I found this cute little spot. So I moved here 6 months ago. I'm on Main Street in Stony Plain, and it's been amazing since moving. And I'm still trying to get the word out there, but it's really awesome. Like even if you just come in, like you get like a guy will come in with his bottle of Dawn and he'll be like, dish soap, please. And he'll just get his dish soap and I'll be like, okay, $4.06, please. Okay. And then he leaves. Like he doesn't want to look around. He doesn't need anything else. That's totally fine. He just saved a bottle from going in the dump. And it was super easy. And it's a lot of the time cheaper. People are sometimes surprised at how cheap it is. Like all the time, I'll tell people how much it's like, what? That's it? Amazing. Like, I can't believe it. It's not, when you buy a retail size product, they incorporate the cost of that bottle, that container into what you pay. So not only are you throwing your money away when you throw that container away, you're hurting the environment too. So, it's just a no-brainer. Like, why are you doing that? If you have, I know, and there needs to be more of these around because there's not very many of these, but I would love to, if there's any investors out there, I would love to open up another one in Spruce Grove because I just want to make it really easy for people to just swing by and pick up the necessities that they need. And then, I have a lot of other cool stuff too that you don't think about. Like I'm still discovering all kinds of neat stuff that's good for the environment. It's like, there's so much stuff out there and you don't have to do it all. Just start small. Just get your dish soap and your laundry detergent from here. And then you can expand.
That's how I started. So I'm not like a big environmentalist. Like I want good things for the environment, but I haven't, jumped with both feet in. But I just took a look at your website to kind of look at your products and the laundry strips and the wool balls. I have been using both of those for about a year. And
Great.
like great for the environment, sure, but just great. Like I have a little thing with these strips. It takes up no space. I don't have these plastic bottles that I have to worry about, and I don't have to put a dryer sheet in my dryer.
Yeah, so you're saving money, but with those balls, you're saving money because you're not constantly buying bounce sheets or whatever, and also they're full of chemicals.
Yeah,
and they coat your dryer. What's that called? Like your lint trap. Like it coats it with this wax, and if you don't regularly clean that out, it can overheat and start fires too. So like it's just bad for everything. And it coats your clothes. It's not good. Those sheets. But I know they do work amazing for static. But yeah, like you're saving money in the long run. And most things eco-friendly, you're saving so much money. Like these razors now. I wish I could grab one. I'm looking at them right now. But a safety razor, they're coming back into style. Those old-fashioned safety razors. They're so much better than buying disposable razors because that's like a new plastic handle every couple of days. These are metal or wood or mostly made of stainless steel. You unscrew the handle, you put the blade. It's just a blade. It's just a piece of metal, and then you put it on there, and then you close it up and you shave. And when it's done, you put some tape on it so no one gets cut. And then you chuck it or recycle it. Like you can recycle it. It's metal. Like it can be recycled. And there's absolutely no waste. And the little blades are so dirt cheap that it's just like, it's way cheaper for you in the long run. Not even, it doesn't even take long. And it's good for the environment. It's like, duh, why wouldn't you do it?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Quick question here from Selena. Selena asks, can people still donate containers to you?
Great question, Selena. I was thinking about this today or yesterday when I was looking at all of my jars. I'm like, man, I really stockpiled them. Depending on what kind of jar, yes. I don't need any big ones anymore, but anything around like a cup or smaller, or 250 mils for 300 mils and smaller. I do like those little jars because sometimes people just want to sample a little bit, just try a little bit of something, and they just want a little jar. So yeah, I'll take the little ones, please. I'll never turn down a nice little jar.
Awesome. Now, where can people find out more information about the local Refillery?
Well, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I'd like to do the TikTok thing. I guess I should. I just don't want to learn another thing, and I don't have that time. But for now, just Facebook, Instagram, the local Refillery. And on my website is thelocalrefillery.ca, not .com. There's a .com on the island, and it's like a grocery store or something. So make sure you put that .ca in there. And there's tons of information on there. You can search a specific product if you want to know if I have something that you're looking for. Use the search bar. It's pretty user-friendly, but I just make it myself, and I'm kind of wearing all the hats. So sometimes there's a picture missing or something says it's out of stock, but it's actually not yet. So if you have any questions, you can always email me through the website or shoot me a Facebook message on my page or Instagram, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Perfect. And you can also, didn't mean to scare you. You can also you can shop online. Like I've had a few people from Ontario ordering stuff from me. I'm like, you don't have this closer to home, but whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. I'll send it in the mail. But I do local deliveries. If anyone here is listening from Stony Plain or Spruce Grove, I will deliver for a small fee, or if it's over a certain amount, I think it's like $75. It's free delivery, and I will deliver myself personally. But there's also you can pick up after hours at the Butter Chicken Hut across the street until 9 p.m. Their small town is, the businesses here are so friendly and just want to help each other out. Like when I moved to Main Street, I got like 4 different welcome card and gift packages from people on other businesses. Like we're all kind of on the same team, and it's really, really, really nice. It's so cute. If anyone's not from Stoney or area, people come out here all the time to do little shopping trips because there's quite a few adorable little owner operated shops that are one of a kind like this. It's a really sweet main street, and they just redid it. Spent a bunch of money on it. It's very cute. Flowers hanging everywhere, and it's really nice. So you should come visit and stop in and see me. And Maverick. He's sleeping right now. I don't know if you guys want to see him, but Maverick. Maverick. Hi. Aw. He's tired.
Yeah. So the local refillery, is that the correct the correct address? Actually, make sure. I just posted that up. I think we lost her.
Oh.
Or you froze, Joleigh. You froze. Or she's just so shocked.
I threw the link in the Facebook chat too, so it's there forever.
Did you guys lose? Was I the only one who got lost there?
Yeah, it was brief. Yeah, it was right when you were turning the camera back from Maverick.
Okay.
Sorry. So just back to the question. Is this the correct address?
I'm sorry. Yes, 51. Sorry, 5113. Is that?
Yeah, it's right.
Thank you. I'm forgetting my own address. Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm right across the street from the Butter Chicken Hut.
Sweet. Okay. Perfect. I think we covered everything. Michelle, do you have any other questions before?
No, that was a super. It was really nice getting to know you and hearing your story.
Thanks.
Lots of great chapters. It was awesome. Very engaged today.
Good. Well, thanks for letting me chat your ear off.
Oh no. Really, you're one of the most talented people that I've kind of, worked with, and I got to know, and I consider you a really good friend. And you've kind of you've experienced a lot of the things like with me on my journey as well. It's kind of weird, but like we've kind of crossed paths every now and then, and like at weird times. And you're awesome. You're one of my favorite people in the world for sure.
Jay. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I have my
back at you, buddy.
Anyways, thank you so much. No, I totally appreciate you jumping onto this and having your episode. This is really cool. I really wanted to talk to you for a while, so I'm so glad that you kind of joined us. So
me too.
At the end of we'll have you on again. So if that's good, that's perfect. I'd love to see we'd love to see some kind of clips about the store and everything else. Any updates whenever you have them. This is our shared channel, so we can always post anything for you up here as well. So
thank you.
Okay,
that's great.
At the very end of our episodes, we always like to give a few shout outs. So is there anybody that you want to say hi to or give a nice shout out to since you're here?
Probably my sweet little daughter Nova, and my lovely parents for helping me so much. Free rent from Dad at the shop, and lots of hours my mother has put into the store and helping me with my daughter. And everyone else, my family, hi.
So awesome. Shout out to your parents, and shout out to your dad for having such a cool apartment set up there.
right. Like I saved so much money, and I was able to start this store for free too, saving money in that way, like saving money on rent. Anyways, I couldn't have started this store without my awesome parents. So they've helped me a ton, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, so awesome. So awesome. All right, Michelle, any final shout outs?
Sure. Shout out to our hosts missing in action tonight, John, Danny, and Mike. And Daryl, he's here all the time, not here tonight, but we're not going to forget him. And Selena, it was nice to see Selena today, which was awesome.
So cool.
I'd love to see you in person, Selena.
There we go.
One of these days.
All right, and just a nice shout out to everybody that was joining. And yeah, Selena, thank you for the comments, and everybody else that's kind of been supporting us in our 3rd season. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, everybody, and we hope to see you in the future. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Anything else you guys want to say before I awkwardly?
Shout out to my
Okay.
brother Mark, because he was maybe going to be listening tonight. So
All right, maybe listening. All right, Joleigh, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, enjoy your evening.
good night.
Night.
Bye.